I just read the entire Bible and the entire Quran. When I read the Bible, I was surprised at how violent it was. I've been studying the Bible my whole life, but reading all the way through, like the Old Testament, is crazy. And I also, reading the Quran made me realize that the values that Muslims share with Christians, or like that they do share values, like pretty much everything is the exact same. Islam and the Quran is just much more to the point. It's 1/10 of the size of the Bible, so it's only 10%. Much more clear cut, as you can kind of tell, like in Arabic and Muslim culture, they're more strict, or they're just like, there's no bullshit, basically. They don't mess around with all this time, and you don't disrespect the Prophet Muhammad, and you don't disrespect Islam. Although Christianity feels like it's not really standing for much anymore, because now it's just like so loose and everywhere. And Jesus said, a kingdom divided will fall.
Dia adalah Grayson, seorang konten kreator dari Amerika Serikat yang melakukan challenge membaca kitab suci dalam sekali duduk. Total ia menghabiskan waktu 18 jam untuk mengkhatamkan Al-Quran, membaca dari awal sampai selesai. Ia juga mencoret-coret tubuhnya untuk menandai kemajuan yang ia buat. Ia juga mencatat poin-poin penting di dalam buku tulisnya. Ia juga menjelaskan 3 poin penting yang diajarkan dalam Al-Quran.
I wrote these like 15 minutes ago because I got the themes of the book. The first one being to fear God. That is the first theme of this book. It is essentially having a deep respect for God. Number 2, don't follow your desires. This is a verse from the Quran. Happy shall be he that keeps himself pure. So don't just follow your desires, because following your desires might lead you to sin. And sinning is when you go against yourself. That's what sinning is. That's what the Quran says sinning is. And lastly, this is from the Quran. Be kind to your parents.
Meskipun ia seorang Kristen, tapi ia suka membaca dan mempelajari kitab suci agama lainnya. Sebelum membaca Al-Quran, ia menyangka bahwa Islam ini ajaran yang radikal dan berkaitan dengan terorisme. Tapi setelah ia membaca Al-Quran, ia tahu apa yang dikatakan oleh media itu adalah sebuah kebohongan, dan Islam mengajarkan kedamaian.
I read the entire Quran in one sitting as a white boy, Christian, and I was shocked because, and I can prove that I read the whole thing because you can see the video right there, but I was shocked because I thought it was going to be like really evil and about, I don't know, terrorism, and it was actually amazing. And the most peaceful thing after finishing, I was just like, wow, I feel like I've had some questions answered about life. It literally says ward off evil with good. Where did this notion come from that people think Islam is very like evil and aggressive and angry? Maybe it's because the news. I think it's because the news. Everything is from the news is fake. The news is fake. We gotta stop watching the news.
Tinggal di Amerika dan tumbuh sebagai seorang Kristen, ia menyangka bahwa Alkitab itu adalah satu-satunya buku yang merepresentasikan perkataan Tuhan. Ia menyangka bahwa keyakinannya adalah satu-satunya jalan menuju Tuhan. Tapi itu berubah setelah ia membaca Al-Quran.
I read the entire Quran as a Christian. I used to think Islam and Muslims were just radical and had crazy different beliefs growing up in America. I don't know, you don't really meet many Muslims, only like 1% of Muslims in the US. So as a Christian my whole life, I thought this was the only representation of God. However, reading the Quran, I feel so empowered. I feel so alive because the Quran really, like for example, there's a verse about how if you seek justice, if someone wrongs you and you seek justice, there's nothing wrong with that. It's only if you forgive them though, that's being very kind and that's awesome, that's charity. However, the Bible calls to not resist an evil person, and I always learned in church growing up to, put others before you. And I don't know, it feels kind of like a little bit of a weak mentality, and I feel like I don't know many Christians that would actually turn the other cheek. I feel like they would actually follow the Quran's advice and seek justice. What do you think?
Ia juga membandingkan antara Bible dengan Al-Quran. Ia menyebut bahwa di dalam Bible, Yesus berdoa kepada Tuhan. Dan ia juga berpendapat bahwa Islam adalah agama yang monoteisme yang masih tersisa di dunia ini.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth that is in heaven. That's the Christian prayer, and Jesus told his disciples how to pray. And it starts off with Our Father. Jesus was worshiping God. And Jesus spoke Aramaic. You know how he said God, how you say God in Aramaic? Look it up. Allah. This just might be the only religion left. The only monotheistic religion left. Truly monotheistic. Monotheistic means following the one creator, one. Intuitively, everyone knows that there must be one. We must have come from one source, and that source is the truth. And that truth is God. That's the idea of God, is that it's the truth. The truth that you can go all the way back to. And now I'm realizing I've been lied to my entire life.
Oke Ikhwan Filah, itulah tadi video-video cerita dari Grayson tentang pengalamannya membaca dan mempelajari Al-Quran. Dan benar apa yang dikatakan Grayson tadi, Ikhwan Filah. Fitrahnya manusia itu percaya bahwa Tuhan itu sebenarnya cuma satu, monoteisme. Andaikan ada orang yang dari kecil itu nggak pernah kenal dengan agama pun, ketika ia ditanya tentang Tuhan dan logikanya Tuhan itu ada satu atau ada banyak, dia pasti menjawab Tuhan itu cuma ada satu. Sedangkan kenapa agama-agama lain itu mempercayai bahwa Tuhan itu ada banyak? Ya karena itu sudah didoktrin. Sejak kecil mereka didoktrin untuk mempercayai Trinitas, untuk mempercayai Trimurti dan lain sebagainya. Dan dari cerita Grayson tadi, kita juga tahu bahwa kita itu jangan termakan oleh media-media barat yang menggambarkan Islam itu radikal, Islam itu terkait dengan terorisme, Islam itu tidak adil dan merendahkan perempuan, dan lain-lain sebagainya. Kenapa? Karena itu namanya framing, sengaja dibuat seperti itu untuk tujuan politik tertentu. Dan kisah beliau juga menjadi teguran bagi kita orang muslim sendiri. Orang muslim yang kadang-kadang masih males baca Al-Quran, itu pun biasanya nggak baca terjemahannya. Kebanyakan orang muslim baca Al-Quran ya sekedar baca aja, nggak mentadaburinya. Padahal Al-Quran itu diturunkan sebagai huda, sebagai petunjuk. Di zaman Nabi itu Al-Quran dibaca untuk diamalkan, sedangkan di zaman sekarang Al-Quran dibaca untuk diperlombakan. Apakah itu salah? Ya nggak salah, tetapi bukan itu fungsi utamanya. Dan yang terakhir, kita doakan saudara Grayson supaya dapat hidayah Islam. Semoga video ini bermanfaat. Wallahu a'lam bishawab. Barakallahu fikum. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.